Hello World Wide Web, I'm Dr. Shado, the internet personality of the best hair, and we're back on Space Engineers, and I am engineering the fuck out of this station. I gotta move my solar panels a bit. I have expanded quite a bit from last time. You see, I've got a antenna on my little vehicle now, so if it is near ore, I can leave the vehicle and I can still see where the ore is. You see, I've got a little drill ship attached to it as well, and that took a bit of engineering, but I also got this thing I'm working on right here. A huge expansion, mainly adding a whole bunch of refineries. And I got all sorts of things I'm trying to get going. I got this conveyor system I got right now, but I'm trying to rip it out and rebuild it because I'm trying to make it a little less in the way. So I got that going up there. Now... Wait a minute. I just realized I could go bore straight through there and get to where I'm trying to get to, and it won't be quite as obtrusive, I don't think. But I've got all sorts of things still going through the conveyors right now. The assembler's going. And what are they making? What are they making? I'm trying to remember from last time. We've got the refineries refining some nickel still. And cobalt. Is that refinery 5 down there? 4. Okay. Split this off. Oh, did I miss that? Where's my refinery? Didn't I have another? Oh, it's not connected yet. Right. So that refinery, which one is that? Oh, yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, it's the one I'm trying to connect right now. So that's this one right here. Now, thing is, I've changed out the modules I had. I'm working on getting the connections going there so I don't have this on the roof. But I've changed out the modules. I had productivity modules before, and I've switched them out on the main one, and I've been building all the new ones with effectiveness modules. Now, the difference is, the productivity module, pretty much a single productivity module will increase the output of a refinery, increase the amount of ore it can process by the amount of an entire refinery if you plug both points into a single... both points into two module connectors on the refinery. But the effectiveness module, it doesn't increase production by as much. It doesn't cost any more power to do it. The amount of power a productivity module costs is as much as an entire refinery to improve by an entire refinery. They don't cost nearly as much as a refinery to build, but they still... it's like adding another refinery, pretty much. But the effectiveness modules allow you to get more ingots out of the ore. So you don't have to make as many trips. But it takes up a lot more space. However, I'm building on a goddamn planet, and I need quantity, and I don't want to have to make as many trips to do it. So what are we producing? I forgot. Are we producing? I got 1.7k... iron. Oh, okay. Here you go. We got construction components here. Small steel tubes, motors. Is that more modules, or what am I doing? Oh, wait, duh. That's the goddamn conveyors. Right. I'm gonna get this soon enough, I swear. Okay. Now, even though it looks like you can just grab it from a conveyor, you can't. Oy, so much stuff. What time is it? Okay, the shadows are getting a bit long, so... Okay, come to think of it, I should probably make another trip for... blah, 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 blah. Words. Iron. But since it's getting so late in the day, I don't want to take the car out all the way to do that. But I got this lovely drill ship, which I did upgrade since I originally built it, because I also added this to it. The oxygen tank. Now, being connected to the conveyor system into the car with the connector, and the car being connected into the base with the connector, allows that oxygen tank to be refueled by the oxygen generator, which is connected via the conveyor system to the rest of the damn base. Oh boy. And I'm gonna have to... Another thing that... Point is, enough showing off. I gotta get down to the iron mine and drill out some more iron. And you gotta be really careful when drilling in a atmosphere. Okay, inertial dampeners on so I don't smash into the car when I turn off the connector. Connector's off. Boom, there we go. This is nice and zippy. But that's only because it's empty, and its current mass is 49,842 kilograms. Which is, you know, nice enough. But the issue, of course, is the fact that it only has enough thrusters to handle up to a certain amount. And I've got 5 drills on this, and I'll say right now, I'm not able to get all 5 drills going filled up and then be able to do this. Also, you got to take this really slow because it sucks when you do this and you end up smacking into the ground and losing your drills. Also, gravity is really hard to work with versus a situation with no gravity, because with no gravity, you know what it means when you stopped with the inertial dampeners and you just tap forward and you turn inertial dampeners off and you just start sliding forward a little. This, you really have to have inertial dampeners on at all times. I need to get some more uranium soon, as I've got, let's say, 3 hours of fuel with that set it the way it is. Okay, let's tilt that to be about even. And let's get this lined up with that. Okay. You can usually tell from the shadows exactly how well it's going. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. You right-click to bore through the rock. What? Frozen? God damn. Don't do that. This is a delicate operation here. Oh, I'm trying to down, not sideways. And just bore through the rocks so we don't have to carry as much of that up until we get to the iron. Okay, we got to the iron. Now left click, dig this up. And the target weight I have, target mass, is 70,000 kilograms. I can go slightly above that and still be good, but anymore, and I have to invoke the ship dump. Make it poop out rocks in order to be able to fly again. Okay, 71.7. This is a little high, but we're still able to fly. Pull that back. And I also don't want to end up sideways because I only have 4 thrusters to the left and right, and I did have a little issue where I slid into the ground. I was going sideways, I was falling to the ground, I was trying to make it rotate fast enough, but I only have 2 gyroscopes on this, and the more mass you have, the more gyroscopes you need for it to be able to turn effectively. And so I had the 2 gyroscopes. I wasn't able to rotate fast enough to avoid what was coming, and I ended up slamming into the ground. Okay, now I have to both worry about acceleration time and deceleration time. And I'm not pressing anything forward, I'm just waiting for it to slow down. But also, when it comes to going down, it doesn't... When you tap down, it doesn't just slightly decrease the amount of upward thrust to make it so the ship will go down. It turns off the upward thrust entirely and turns on the downward thrust, which, if you aren't paying attention and you're just thinking in terms of relative how much you've had to press forward to go forward and you hold down to go down, you could easily end up launching your ship down to the ground going really damn fast and cause a hell of a problem where you find out, oh yeah, these large atmospheric thrusters, even on a small ship, are going to require fuck tons of goddamn nickel in order to be able to... nickel and iron in order to be able to make the parts, all the frickin' motors, the 142 or whatever fucking motors, to get it going again. No, that's what I mean. It's just really easy to press down too far. That's why I tend to go in third person. As first person, it's nice and all, but you can't see shit. I mean, even looking around, can't see shit. How am I supposed to tell where the connector is? Maybe if I have some fucking things lined up on this so I can be able to tell somewhat and line it up that way. But... okay, back, down, forward, down, back. Down. Okay, now lock in place, and then inertial dampeners off. If you turn inertial dampeners off first, you tend to crash down into the thing, and things could blow up. It's not good. Okay, I have nothing in my cockpit. Where's the... as the colors, the browns and yellows, and reds that determine... that's to tell you which... okay, there's nothing in the connector either. Okay, so all of the ore went in? Okay, yeah, refineries, they're refining that. This has a bunch of... put it there. It's also refining stone. Looks like the refineries might have gotten through all the nickel. Well, not all of it. Okay. 36 divided by 2 is 18. There we go. Good. And also, on my control panel I can check the amount of oxygen I have left. Oxygen tank... oh, it filled up because I landed back, but, yeah, the thing carries, like, something like 50,000 liters of oxygen. In a large ship, an oxygen tank carries 100,000 liters, which is kind of interesting because not only is a large ship, the blocks are considerably larger from the get-go, but the oxygen tank on a small ship is just... say oxygen tank. Let's say no assembler, oxygen tank. See, the oxygen tank on a small ship, it's, you know, big enough. You'd got to make room for it. On a large ship, it's frickin' massive. It is, you know, easily 4 times or more the size, but it can only hold twice as much. It's interesting. Terra, no one's letting you go out right now. Because you're in heat and they're all annoyed. If it were up to me, I'd say let you go. It's not like you're going to get pregnant with female dogs. Okay. Let's see. Gotta... I guess I should fix the Terra! Okay, because, yeah, these big conveyor parts, they take more parts overall than the tubes, but they can have connections in all directions. So 6 connections instead of just 2. Nevertheless, come on, get through, get through, get through, get through. I'm trying to get through. Just go. Need more motors, of course. Yeah, this is a large reactor I'm trying to build here, and another large cargo container for the base. I tried to get this pretty much... I like how efficiently I packed the reactors, and I got more assemblers down there, because when you're trying to build a lot of stuff, if you have to build... If you need 2,000 steel plates, it's a lot easier to tell 4 assemblers to make 500 each. Well, it's not easier, but it's faster. Do I have any more steel plates? Steel plates? Steel plates? Nope. Okay, let's assemble some steel plates. 300 ought to do it, actually. Assembler 1, and there we go. Like I was just frickin' saying. It's not easier, but it is faster. One weird thing about having so many, what's the word I'm looking for? So many, effectiveness modules is that you actually end up having ingots that weigh more than the ore that is used to produce it. Which is kind of strange. People are saying, what black magic is this? But, as one of the loading screens say, sufficient technology is indistinguishable from magic. No more hydrogen. Gotta refill. Thank you. And that's another thing. I'm running a little low on ice. I had 4,000 liters of ice in here, and it has gone down quite a bit since I filled up the tank, the oxygen tank on my drill ship. So I'm gonna... I could fly the drill ship around until I locate... Okay, I need interior plates for conveyor, the conveyor box. I don't know if that one's really going to be... And yeah, this one here, I can just go, hey, you! Okay, I ended up crashing the game by trying to destroy that thing. So, how far do I still have stuff? My jetpack. Okay, it knocked me back to my last autosave. As annoying as the autosave can be when you crash your ship and immediately see that autosave notice come up, when the game crashes itself, it can be indeed a little bit helpful. Oh boy. I gotta... Now, yeah, that's right. What I want to do is see about getting this. Okay, I had to reload yet again, because the goddamn motherfucking game is just not letting me grind shit down. I don't know if it's a problem with D3D gear or what. It's telling me it's not responding on the load screen right now, but I hope it's doing something, because I'm still talking here. The camera's still on for it to be recording. Now it says it's responding. Motherfucker. I'm definitely gonna have to... Yeah, the weird little bug when you load in holding a tool, the tool has a shadow, but you re-equip the tool, no shadow. And sometimes a different color, because the tools have new ranks now, which aren't really done too well. It's pretty much get the highest tier tool you can and never look back, so it's not really all that great. Oh. My jetpack ran out again, because that's the point it saved at, but Yeah, the sun's about to go down, and I still have the haul of iron that I got before all this crap happened. So, that's good. So, let's see. Let's put it straight there so it's good for when the sun comes up again. Alright. So yeah, I guess that's gonna have to be it, because I can't grind shit down with D3D gear going without the whole fucking thing just fucking around. And nighttime, I'm just gonna have to stick around base and work on what I can to get everything going. So it's a good thing I got that iron, because I'm going to need it to work on all this stuff. But yeah, about the outside here, it looks kind of crummy with the huge exposed sides, but if you put up a catwalk, you can actually... Will it not, oh yeah, I don't have the interior plate to put the first thing down, so it's just going to show red. But yeah, you can kind of cover up that, and if it's like a roof like I have over here, that's what I've been doing to make it so that you can actually walk on these areas that otherwise are, like, because I didn't have this completely built when I was setting up all these catwalks. So yeah, you had all these points here, and it's kind of bad to walk on, and you could get stuck and all sorts of crap like that. So I was putting up catwalks to make sure that you can do that. The only problem with the catwalk is it counts as a whole thing, so while you can build right on that, and you can build even like straight on that, you can't build on a catwalk because it's considered the whole square is considered taken up, even though it's just that. So even though it doesn't actually cause collisions, you can't really build with that. But if I set this up properly with the catwalks taken into account, I could still have like a straight dock for the drill ship if I want to have like maybe another drill ship if I play with Shado like I said I was going to, and we do some multiplayer mining. We could have multiple drill ships to go around and do stuff, and since I already have sort of a template to work off of, we can get them, you know, get a pretty good design going. Maybe make a few improvements if we so feel like it. I could technically cut down a bit on the, like, right up here. I could cut down on these, light armor panels and decrease the weight of the ship itself and keep the thrusters the same, and that way it could mine a little more. It wouldn't look as nice, but it would be better at doing what it does. The whole thing I'm trying to do is keep it so it has enough thrusters to work, while also making sure that it keeps them within the footprint of the drills, so you can mine straight down and pull straight back. That is the engineering challenge of the drill ships. I had a folding design I was working on, but there was a problem where the thrusters that were attached to the rotors that could transform in and out, you couldn't actually get the damn things to work. Maybe if you set the thing to have it so it's... what's the words I'm looking for? If you had set the thrusters so that they were the override was on and they were just blasting, then perhaps they would function. But I couldn't get it to actually work properly, because one of the designs I was thinking of was going to be that it would pretty much land straight on there, and a lot of the down thrusters, or the up thrusters with the thrust going downward, they would be actually set a little lower, and I didn't want them to potentially damage this, so I was going to have it so it would fold out side by side and be far enough side by side so that on the ship it would actually go to the sides, and that would work, but it wouldn't be able to drill like that, so it would have to fold inward so that it would be properly able to drill. And the frickin' thrusters wouldn't work when they were attached to rotors. So, I don't know. That was a nice idea, but god damn it. I mean, this still works attached to a rotor, you little bastard. Yeah, also, because this has been such a pain in the ass to get this car in and out over and over. I'm thinking I'm going to extend that connector out by another block, and then of course I'm going to have to extend. Well, I guess I might not have to, but it would still be a good idea to extend this out by another block. And I think, yeah, it might actually be better to make a driveway out of heavy armor plates. Because after all, a driveway, you don't really need to worry about how much it weighs. A heavy armor plate costs a lot more iron, and of course, these things already cost a hell of a lot of iron. Oy, jeez. But yeah, the tires, just driving this car on these light armor blocks seems to do a number on them. I've had times where I've come up and tried to... I was going like 20 kilometers an hour maybe, and it just absolutely tore through the driveway, and I had to start rebuilding it. But of course I need the driveway, because otherwise the car's going to slip around all over the place, because it's on a slight incline, and it's going to be harder for me to line up the connector on the car to the connector on the base. It's one of those things. So, yeah, it's just regular maintenance. How exciting. This is why I don't do videos for absolutely everything I do. Though I've played, what's to say, I've played like over 60 hours of this game, with the assumption that a video of this would be 30 minutes on average. That would be 120 episodes of Space Engineers, or about 4 months worth of Space Engineers, if I just put up absolutely everything I did in this game, like I normally do with unedited, you know. But this is still going to be mostly unedited, though I have to do something because of the damn crashes. But aside from that, and I just don't want to leave this... I don't even see any dents, really, but it's just... And it says it's 100, but... like 100% condition. And a lot of times I see... What the fuck? Oh, my head was in the tire. A lot of times I see, because when it makes a connection, sometimes it shakes around, and this tire smacks into the base, and there's a huge frickin' dent there that I gotta fix, and that's always fun. But yeah, when doing a planet, my advice is don't mine at night, because the lights don't go nearly far enough for you to be able to see what you're doing when you're going with the gravity towards the ground, and it's going to take you longer to slow down than it takes to accelerate. Yeah, by the time you see the ground, it's too fucking late. I smashed off all 5 of my drills before, but fortunately, since it's a small ship, it doesn't take as much to repair them, and I think the drills, aside from the motors, like everything takes, it just takes iron, so it's not terrible. Let me see. The computer takes a little nickel. The motor takes a little nickel. But everything else is just iron. Well, yeah, 1 motor, 1 computer per drill, so it's not too much nickel. Oh, wait, no. The computer doesn't take nickel, it takes silicon. Sorry. And iron. So, silicon... But I have tons of silicon, because I had that dropship that I came down in, and I took it all apart, and it had all those bulletproof glass windows. So, yeah. That's Space Engineers again, and one thing you might have seen, that ship I have there does have multiple colors. That's because I finally figured out, when you're placing the block, the bracket keys change the color, and you have to do that while placing it. You can't paint it later. So yeah, that's something I have to keep in mind. Oh well. Until next time, when I hopefully have more done, because I'm going to have to do it without the thing going, because if I do, it's gonna crash the whole fucking game again.